Hi everyone, this is John. I have my doll all stuffed. She's bald. And basically I want to make her bangs and I want to make her hair. And you can use different kinds of yarns. I have this yarn that has kind of like a weavy texture to it. And what I want for her bangs is I actually want them to be curled. So how I'm going to get that effect is I'm going to cut off the end that's all frayed, because I don't want any frayed ends in her hair. And to get that, what we're going to do is we're going to take a coat hanger, a wire coat hanger, and we're going to take the yarn and we're going to hold it and we're going to wrap it around. And you just wrap around. I want it a little bit wider than that. Let's see if I can get this a little bit wider. Okay, that's about how wide I want mine to be, right there. So, okay. Start this over again. I'm pretty good at jerry-rigging things the way I want them to be. So I'm going to take a little bit of tape and I'm going to take my coaster on here so that this won't get crushed closed. There. Now when I put my hair on it, it won't get crushed closed. And I can take my ball of yarn, find the end of it, and then just start wrapping it around. And I'm going to keep wrapping it around until I have enough hair. Close that up. Close that up. And I'm going to do the whole length of this for her hair in the front. She's actually going to have pretty thick bangs. I wanted her to be a blonde, but I didn't want yellow yarn, so I got this like dirty blonde yarn. Will actually bought it to make a sweater for me, which never came about. So if I can use it in dolls, that's probably how I'm going to use it. Okay, and this is for her bangs, so you don't want it to be much past her eyebrows for bangs. You want to go from eyebrow to eyebrow, the edge out eyebrows. Now since this is done, all I have to do now is take it, put that under. Oh, let me get my regular foot on there. If I can find it. Huh. Oh, there it is. Dropped it on the floor. Okay. Put my regular foot on there. My thread's still the same color, so it's not going to show that much. What I'm going to do is I'm going to feed this through. And you want to be careful that none of the hairs get top of your feet. Be careful with your fingers. They don't get hammered. And that takes care of that. Pull that out. Trim that off. You can even trim off this little piece here. Trim off these. Like so. And what you have left, oops, wrong way. Can't take it out that way. Sorry about that. That was a mistake. Okay. Take off your coaster, and there's your hair. I can get it off of here. For her bangs. And when I sew them on, actually it's a lot more than I thought it would be. I might actually put this behind her bangs. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it over and I'm going to stitch down onto the edge of the bang. So she's going to have curly hair there, and then I'm going to keep on sewing it down like that around her head. And you want to bunch it up as you go. That way it's nice and full, and it looks like she has lots of hair on her. Once it's sewed on, she'll have nice, pretty, wavy, curly hair on her head. And this is a really fun yarn to use to make the hair. Anyways, that's one process of making the hair, and I wanted to show you the other process of making the hair. The other process is take a 1-inch strip of stabilizer, like so, and what I do for my long hair, since I'm going to make a long-haired blonde, is I take it and go around my arm, and it's going to take quite a bit of hair, especially if they have long hair. So it's best if you buy your yarn when it's on sale, or if you can get 50% off on it. I have like 6 rolls of this stuff, so I don't mind just using it. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it off my arm, and I'm going to cut it right here in half. And that's the hair. Don't look like very much. We're going to put a strip. Let's move this stuff out of the way. I don't have pins and stuff in my hair. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it Oops. Make sure it doesn't get away from you. And let me get my ruler. Looks like I have about 15 inches on that side and about 15-16 inches on that side, so it's about even. I mean, like I said, we're going to be trimming it afterwards. So I actually, one thing I forgot to show you is when you do her hair, take this piece. I know the bangs are going all the way down, so I'm going to have the hair go all the way down also from ear to ear, and that's just about the full length of that. So, but if you were doing the bang process for her with this, I would only go from eyebrow to eyebrow, and I would cut that to about that length and sew on my fabric so I have straight bangs, and that's how I would do the eyebrows. Anyways, let me get this hair done. Most people use painter's tape because it's not going to stick to the yarn all that well, where if you use regular tape or packing tape or duct tape, it's going to really stick to the yarn bad, and you're going to have a hard time getting it off. I don't have that type of tape here right now. I do want to make just a little bit more hair, so if you don't have enough, just start rolling some more out. Okay, and I would say that's probably enough. And I'm going to take my scissors, cut it. Have it about even. Okay, now lay this out. And it doesn't have to be real thick either, because it's going to be folded in half. So once you fold it in half, that's going to be twice the amount of hair. And what I'm going to do, since this isn't very sticky tape, is I'm going to use the electrical tape, because it's not that sticky, and I'm going to go right here on it, press down the hairs or fibers on it, and I'm going to do it again on the other side. And this tape you can reuse over and over again, because you don't want it very sticky. You just want it sticky enough that the hairs will stick to it. Now, I've stuck it good enough that it is stuck to the paper. So I'm going to unstick it on this side, and I'm going to flip it over. Make sure my hair is still the way I want it. And I'm going to take tape again, and I'm going to do this side. And I'm going to do this side. Now where I sew is right down the middle of that white area.